Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect 2. This is part 15, where last time we got Grunt his rite of passage. He is now a member of Clan Urdnot, which is awesome. Urdnot Grunt. And then we discovered Project Overlord, which was massively depressing. It was pretty rough. But it's been completed, so we've got a few more loyalty missions to get done this episode. We've got Tali and Samara's left over. We've got Lair of the Shadow Broker to do. We've got a whole bunch, not a whole bunch, but some of these. In the galaxy map, I've got some anomalies, so we're still going to be running through and tackling as much as we can before we take on the Stop the Collectors mission. We're going to run around the Normandy and talk to everyone, and see if we've got like more things for them to say and talk about, given recent events, and then we can move into the next round of missions and assignments to get to. So let's have a chat to our team members and proceed with the story.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, good timing, in fact. Excellent. Made breakthrough. Can share results while next samples grow. Hate waiting for culture analysis. Never fast enough. Usually no result in advance. Just checking work. Have to be careful. Getting off track. Discovery. Based on Prothean collector connection, can examine technology, chart Reaper species modification, fall of Protheans.
Interesting.
Tell me what happened.
Early stages similar to indoctrination. Can guess captured Protheans lost intelligence over several cloned generations. Cybernetic augmentation widespread afterward. As Protheans failed, Reapers added tech to compensate. Mental capacity almost gone, replaced by overworked sensory input transfers. Transmitting data to masters.
Is there anything we can do to help them?
No. No glands replaced by tech. No digestive system replaced by tech. No soul replaced by tech. Whatever they were, gone forever. Understand now? No art, no culture, closer to husks than slaves. Tools for Reapers. Protheans dead. Collectors just final insult. Must be destroyed.
Yeah. Definitely seems that way. That's so wild though.
I didn't think you needed any more motivation than you already had to stop the Collectors.
Enjoyed challenge. Saw necessity of attack on Collectors after Plague on Omega. Their work, my people. Hard to care about two armies. One wins, one loses. Always work to do after. Now, have more context. See what Collectors are. Wasn't looking for other work before. Don't mean to imply that. Just committed now. Won't let you down.
You said the Collectors had no art. I had no idea you cared about that kind of thing.
Personal interest negligible. Sang a little. Multi-species productions for cultural exploration. Gilbert and Sullivan always had me do the patter songs. But not about me. Cultural artistic expression reflects philosophical evolution, interest in growth, perspective, observation, interpretation. Suspect you won't see any art in collector base. Culturally dead. Tools for Reapers. Worse than the Geth.
Wait, you sang?
I'm sorry, I know that was important, but you performed Gilbert and Sullivan?
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology. My xenoscience studies range from urban to agrarian. I am the very model of a scientist Solarian.
Thanks, Mordin. As if we can't even compliment him.
What is it about the Collectors' modification?
Why can't we say, nice work?
Disrupts socio-technological balance. All scientific advancement due to intelligence overcoming, compensating for limitations. Can't carry a load, so invent wheel. Can't catch food, so invent spear. Limitations. No limitations, no advancement. No advancement, culture stagnates. Works other way, too. Advancement before culture is ready. Disastrous. Saw it with Krogan. Uplifted by Solarians. Disastrous. Our fault.
You blame the Solarians for what the Krogan did?
Yes. Like giving nuclear weapons to cavemen. Krogan unprepared for spaceflight, technological advance. Krogan could have evolved alone, worked out aggression, been ready to use new tech responsibly. Instead, Solarians came, disrupted Krogan culture, used Krogan as blunt instrument against Rachni. Short-sighted. Foolish.
If you feel that way, why did you work on the genophage modification?
Talked before. Best option. That, or kill them all. If around during first contact, would have argued against it. Wasn't there then. Do what I can.
Good talk. Good dialogue choices, these three.
Thanks for sharing what you've learned, Mordin.
Proud to be here, Shepard. Thank you for including me. Shepard, how can I help?
Are there any medical concerns I should be aware of on the team?
Cerberus personnel in excellent condition. No squad concerns to report. Always some matters, but nothing affecting immediate mission.
Okay.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Mordin singing is absolutely brilliant. I don't know if Jacob's going to have anything to say.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Hey, Jacob, remember when we were, like, talking? Because I was trying to get dialogue, and I, like, kept flirting with you, and then we did your loyalty mission, and then I just kind of forgot about you, yeah.
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Sounds good. I could use some downtime. There's always something, right? The way some people talk, we may as well be dead already. Hard for the crew to relax on this kind of job.
The ship does have a bar, Shepard, but I guess we'll see what that dialogue comes out of it.
No kidding. The next Normandy gets a lounge.
They better not need to do this again. Rebuilding everything was a pain in the ass.
I can verify that.
Yeah, I bet you can. I doubt they'll front the money to stitch me back together if we screw it up. It's a hell of a job, isn't it, Shepard? Being the good guys.
Are you a good guy, Jacob? Are you a good guy, Jacob?
Wouldn't be the high road if it was easy.
You've got to figure, if all the people hoping we win stood up, the collectors would have a much bigger fight on their hands. Claws, whatever. I bet we have a lot more friends once we win. Hope we live to see it.
I hear that.
Anyway, I need to get back to work. Good talking to you.
Okay, so there are like these moments where you get like brief follow-ups. I'm wondering if because we haven't spoken to some people in a while, because this has happened with Kelly, is if we leave the galaxy map and then come back, it like allows for a new round of conversations to take place, with her at least. So I'm wondering if we can do the same with other people, if we've missed any.
Commander.
We'll talk later.
Oop, hang on.
Commander.
Commander.
Commander. Can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just
Already?
talking.
Yeah,
I'm
cool.
not big on forcing these talks.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
He backs out very quickly. I'm more interested in just talking for a bit. Why do you have to say it like that?
No messages for you, Commander. How may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Like I went into Joker. I've been into it with Joker previously because they're always just like, oh, he has something new to say, but I'm like, he doesn't. He just says he fractured his thumb on the goddamn thing. That dude keeps fracturing his thumb. He can't get it under control. That, or he's got short-term memory loss, and he just doesn't remember that he's told me a million times. It makes me wonder, because like the Normandy needing a bar dialogue makes me wonder, because is there a bar in here? There isn't. So it makes me wonder if this port observation didn't have the bar in it initially when there was the dialogue with Jacob. Like, did this bar get added when Kasumi was allowed to chill out in here? Like, because Kasumi's a DLC character, so I'm assuming that if you don't have Kasumi's DLC, none of this would be here, because it wouldn't make sense. So was this added as well? Seems like that could be the case.
I was just thinking about you. Gabby and Ken would make a great couple. I just doubt they'll ever realize it. The Normandy runs so quietly. I'm not used to hearing my footsteps when I walk. One of the girls in navigation thinks she might be pregnant. Even aboard a Cerberus vessel, life finds a way. Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
The only person who fucks on the Normandy is me! Who else is on this ship playing around? Hey?
You need something.
Have a few minutes to talk?
Very well. I had been recording a message for Kolyat.
How are things going with him?
It is difficult. All things worth keeping are. I never explained. I suppose the story of my wife's death took you by surprise.
I figured you'd explain to me when you were ready.
I appreciate your patience. I kept my work clear of our home life. I assumed that would be enough to protect Erica. That memory I mentioned before. Laser dot trembles on the target's skull. The smell of spice on a spring wind. Sunset eyes defiant in the scope. That was Erica.
Oh.
That was how I met her. She saw my targeting laser as she walked by and threw herself in the way.
Dude. So, like, just to follow up from our previous conversation, is I mentioned this because, like that thing about, like, the sunset eyes. And we just couldn't follow up. We couldn't follow up the conversation. So, what's interesting and good, you can follow up the conversation later, which is really nice. He comes back to it, which I really appreciate. So that's cool.
So how'd she go from blocking your shot to having your children?
I had to meet her. The memory possessed and endowed me. I fell on my knees before her, begged her pardon. She introduced me to the world beyond my work. Eventually, she forgave me. Later, she loved me.
I guess she impressed you.
She woke me up. Her body trembles. Not fear. Indignation. Her mouth moves. How dare you? You and I trained to sacrifice ourselves to save others. How often does a civilian step in the way of a bullet to protect someone they've never met? I thought she was the goddess Hirashu. She met my eyes through the scope, and my purpose faltered.
Incredible.
When you talked to Kolyat, you said she died.
I let myself become complacent. I thought Erica and Kolyat were safe. I stayed away too long, and my enemies came for her.
Who came for her?
Batarians, a slaver ring that was preying on Hanar outer colonies. I'd killed their leaders. They paid the Shadow Broker to find out who I was. But they were afraid of me, so they went after her.
You told Kolyat that you hunted her killers down.
Erica woke me up. When she passed, I returned to my battle sleep. My body hunted her killers, murdered them. I was taught to grant death quickly, cleanly, to minimize suffering. Them, I let them linger.
You were operating on instinct. By your own rules, you can't blame yourself.
But I made the choice to hunt them. They're the only lives I've ever taken of my own choice. The only deaths on my own conscience.
Wow.
I've spoken about my wife, and I don't think I ever have. I didn't have anyone left to tell it to.
Bruh. Chill, Shepard. Jesus. This man is opening up to you and showing some emotional vulnerability, and you're like, let's go. Shepard. Like, I know that it's like for the opportunity to like confirm with him that like he can like lean on us as like an ear, and it opens up a romance opportunity. But I just find it funny. It's just like, Shepard. It's like, talking about opening up about my dead wife. Shepard's like, I'll be your alive wife if you want.
You're talking to your son again. That's huge. Don't lose sight of that by dwelling on should-have-beens.
You are correct, of course. Thank you for listening, Siha.
I think my translator just glitched. What did you call me?
Siha. Someday I'll tell you what it means.
Wow. That's interesting.
Do you need something?
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
Okay, we've got that.
I should go.
As you will, Siha.
He started... That's cool. So he started calling me that now that we've reached a certain point. I'm going to take this perfect opportunity, because I know that there's some of you that would love to explain it, is don't tell me what that means. He said he'll tell me later. So we can be hopeful that we get to a point where he'll tell me later. Don't tell me what it means. Okay? Don't tell me things. I'll find out later, because I think that's really interesting. Let it grow. Let it pay off later, you know? We haven't done your loyalty mission, so you won't have anything to talk to me about until it's done. Let's talk to Garrus, then we'll talk to Miranda again. And then we get Mess Sergeant Gardner's loyalty mission. You got anything else for me, buddy?
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Yeah. I've been thinking about what we talked about. Blowing off steam, easing tension. I've never considered cross-species intercourse. And damn, saying it that way doesn't help. Now I feel dirty and clinical. Are we crazy to even be thinking about this? I'm not... Look, Shepard, I know you can find something a little closer to home.
He's like, how's this gonna work? I don't know. Like, I do have reach, and you could probably be flexible.
I don't want something closer to home. I want you. I want someone I can trust.
I can do that. I'll find some music and do some research to figure out how this thing should work. It'll either be a night to treasure or a horrible interspecies awkwardness thing. In which case, fighting the collectors will be a welcome distraction, so, you know, a win either way.
His lines are so good about this. He's being so funny and respectful. Get yourself a man who cares as much as Garrus.
You know, Garrus, if you're not comfortable with this, it's okay. I'm not trying to pressure you.
Shepard, you're about the only friend I've got left in this screwed up galaxy. I'm not gonna pretend I've got a fetish for humans. But this isn't about that. This is about us. You don't ever have to worry about making me uncomfortable. Nervous, yes, but never uncomfortable.
All of the humans that have tried to romance me punching the air right now. If only Caden and Jacob could find out about this. They'd be like, what the hell? More so Caden, though.
So when should I book the room?
I'd wait if you're okay with it. Disrupt the crew as little as possible and take that last chance to find some calm just before the storm. You know me, I always like to savor the last shot before popping the heatsink. Wait. Somewhere horrible.
He's trying so hard. Shepard's got good pickup lines. They're very smooth because, like, Garrus leaves himself really open to some good pickup lines, which is like, you can be like the stuff that we said last time in episode 12. Like, but meanwhile, Garrus is like, yeah, sniper gun metaphor. I don't know.
I'll let you get back to work.
Right. Because I'm in a great place to optimize firing algorithms right now.
He just like opened the door and be like, hey Garrus, just reminding you that I exist. And he's like, yes. I'm going to get some music. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. So it's going to be similar to, in like a similar story point to when Shepard and Liara did stuff, because we did it before going to Ilium. So it's just like, well, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it now. And then Liara went off to be a madman. Not really, but Liara's changed. She wants to flay people with her minds. She's an information broker. It's really interesting that it like allows you to pursue that option for romance with Liara in the first game, and then in the second game, if you did pursue that romance, you have a little kiss when you see her in the second one, and then it throws all these other romances at you, and it like for some people they would be like, oh, but what about Liara? Like so many people would be like, oh, what about Liara? And then they'd probably either have to take a pass on every single romance option to remain committed to a character that's not even in our squad anymore. And then, miss out on all this fun interactive like dialogue and stuff. I'm really curious about all of the other romantic opportunities for both female and male shepherd. That makes replays like so exciting that you can just be like all of this dialogue and getting to know another character like intimately with like the stuff that they tell you. Like it almost makes me think that Thane, because there was two options for us to choose, which is neutral, which is you're thinking about your son, which is good, and I want you, it almost makes me think that Thane would start calling us maybe like a different name. Like he would have a like different nicknames for like your levels of intimacy and like respect or something like that. It's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting when he called us that word for the first time. Siha. And then maybe if it's like more intimate, there's like a romantic connotation to be called, or unless he just calls us that one name for both. But obviously I don't know, so I'm brainstorming. I'm also not looking for confirmation on that. I'm just, I'm brainstorming to see if it pays off later, if we get more information about it later. But I'm very interested in how that romance option would go when I decide to explore that route. But anyway, we'll stop making Miranda feel awkward by standing in front of her. We'll see if she's got anything to say.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Alright. So, no Shepard. No Miranda. God. Getting that follow-up with Garrus was too good. It was too good. Right, let's go down to engineering. And we can go through the next round. Oh, time flies when you're having these dialogue sessions, to be honest. You got anything for me, old buddy, old pal?
Back for another lesson. One time we were trying to clear out this gun nest outside a base on Vatar. Nothing we did even made a dent in that thing. Someone had the bright idea to kidnap a local girl, strap grenades on her, and make her go seduce the guy in the bunker. Terrible thing, I tell you. Well, she went up there, knocked on the door, and nothing. Grenades never went off. But the guy stopped shooting, and we snuck by. Never found out what happened.
What the hell? Jesus.
You smoke, Shepard? Don't. That stuff will kill you. Knew a kid once. Weapons dealer. Probably half your age. Bastard smoked too close to a cache of explosives. Tossed a butt, blew himself sky high. I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Zaeed's just like the old grandpa at the back of the ship that always tells you his old stories and gives you advice. And we'll get more dialogue from Tali after her loyalty mission. Hello, Jack.
Hey. Tell me something I don't know about you.
Nothing to tell. Why?
Answer my questions. Someone pointed out in a comment that apparently Jack likes it when you're rude to her, which I find really funny, and also, like, kind of realistic, I guess, so she likes the renegade options, but it's interesting.
I want to know more, and I'm not going away.
I'm here to fight for you. Nothing says we have to be friends, but whatever. Something you don't know, huh? Obvious stuff, like what's up with my ink, or something else just as boring? You're not really interested unless it affects you. I've been through all this shit before.
You're a hard person to like, Jack.
Really? I had no idea. What other amazing insights do you have that I'm too stupid to see?
I'll bite. What's with the tattoos?
Some are for prisons I've been in. Some are for kills. You know, good ones. Some are for things I've lost. Those aren't your business. They're nobody's business. And some are because, hey, why the fuck not?
You work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works. You let someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife. Lonely and alive works just fine, thanks.
Well, they're still, while it looks like, you know, because with this conversation happened in a previous episode as well about same-sex relationships, is Jack at least glances by it in a dialogue option by saying boyfriend or girlfriend, which is cool. But I can obviously see why, in terms of like the time period that the game came out in, and backlash from the first game, and blah blah blah, and bending to that sort of like public perception at the time, but makes a reference to it in dialogue.
You're tough, but you can't have survived alone all these years.
When I was starting out, I ran with this girl Manara and her boyfriend. They knew their way around. I thought they'd help me. Right. They helped me into their bed, and when we finally did take down something big, they helped themselves to my share of the take. I knew where it was heading, and I got them first. Never bothered with friends after that.
They sound like selfish pricks. That doesn't mean they were gonna kill you.
I get feelings. I don't need proof. I did the smart thing. I always do the smart thing if people fuck with me. That's probably something you should remember.
You work pretty hard.
I've been with lots of... You let someone get that close, it just means they
Seems like you miss it a little more than you want to admit.
Pick every little word apart if you want, but it doesn't change the way the galaxy works. Come on, you've been around.
I don't think the tattoos one gave me a bonus choice, did
Some
it?
for prisons I've been in. Some for kills.
I can't skip this dialogue option because I guess
Things I've lost.
it's in a cutscene.
They're nobody's business. And some are because, hey,
Yeah.
why the fuck not?
Cool. So
I have to go, but we should do this again.
Wait, my turn with the questions. People usually walk by now. Why are you really asking all these things? What's your game, Shepard?
I've never met anyone like you.
Whatever. It'll come back to what you can take. It always does. Later, Shepard.
interesting interaction.
Hey,
Tell me about
I'm
you.
done talking.
I should go.
Okay, talk later.
I don't want to talk. Talk later. Sweet.
Gabby, you'd say the Normandy is a she, not a he, right?
Of course. The Normandy's the sweetest girl there is.
And Edie's a she. Tali's definitely a she.
What are you getting at, Kenneth?
I'm just saying I'm feeling a wee bit threatened here. A lot of female energy, and I'm just one man.
You're such a dick.
See? Look where your mind went. I've got to watch out for myself.
Hey, Donnelly, it's me! Femship. There's another one around these parts. Grunt. Grunt. You, my friend, we've got to follow up your mission. How are you feeling?
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I was just sitting here thinking. The picture, I'm finally starting to get it. There's a tank imprint, the battle at Canrum. A dead Turian, stripped. You don't see them out of their armor much. A Krogan boot on his head, and a claw hammer. It's under the brow plate, pulling it back, right? Eyes have gone black, and you see tension in the muscle. You can feel it ready to snap. I get it.
Canrum isn't ringing a bell.
Death of Shiagar, female warlord. Turians killed her, so they were hunted down and made examples. Even if they won the war, it was the last push before the rebellions ended.
Maybe I had to be there, but I don't get the joke.
There's no joke. It's just great. It's a Turian, and he's being torn apart for what they did. I felt nothing before, but now I get it. It was a good fight. The enemy was destroyed to punish them all and send a message. I get it. I hate Turians. I thought you'd be glad.
Yeah, I kind of want to ask this. I kind of want to ask this bottom one.
Don't start anything with Garrus. I won't have trouble.
Don't touch my man.
I don't hate Garrus. I hate the Turians. Garrus is just one Turian, and he's your clan. No point in ripping his face off unless he turns on me. It's hate, but it's mine. Okir was blind and he tried to make me the same. But thanks to you, I have a clan. I'm starting to see why I should care. Anyway, I'm still figuring where I fit, but it made me laugh. Nothing else really on my mind, Shepard.
Shepard? Okay. I was like, don't touch Garrus! I like that he like refers to it as like how we're like all in a clan. I'm just bringing people together, you know? Just bringing people together. Wrong spot. Back on down to the CIC. Cool! Alright, we've caught up on dialogue, at least for now. When I revisit the Normandy again, I'll do another round and see if that triggers more dialogue. Because it's always possible that it might. I'm going to go back to the mass relay.
Only half our fuel remains.
It's alright, I will refuel. Alright, so fuel station. And then I'm going to go to the mass relay. Now, in terms of what we've got to do, we've got recapturing a freighter, save a crashing ship, 2 anomalies, taking a cab to the Aras for the Shadow Broker mission. There's probably more anomalies out there to check out as well, but you know, it's just essentially whatever I can come across is what I'll do. Just trying to think about where we should end up, what we should do. I might go back to Omega, so I can give Ish back one of these packages that I picked up. So I'll just try getting these out of my system. We won't take Samara here yet. We won't do her system. Her loyalty mission, sorry. It's time for you guys to it's time for you guys to get along. But it's just like I hate Turins, but Garrus is in your clan. Alright, cool. I'm taking you out on an excursion together. Also, it's probably a good time to mention this. I was supposed to mention this at the beginning of the episode, but we'll do it now while we're in the stats screen. I respect Shepard's stats. We did a respec, so we've got squad incendiary ammo now, so we just give it to anyone. I should have done that from like much earlier on. I can obviously recognize that now. Changed charge to area charge. Changed heavy shockwave to improve shockwave. Got a couple of points in pull. Still champion, and then we changed barrier to neuroshock that we got from Mordin, and I put a couple of points into that. So that's where I'm at there. Just wanted to update the abilities a little bit. I don't think we haven't brought Grunt on.
Death count on Omega is too high for me to pinpoint an Ardat Yakshi's location. However, given the reputation of Ardat Yakshi among the Asari, Arya T'Loak may have tracked her movements.
It's cool. We will do that another time. I'm only here for Ish right now.
Hello again, my friends. Please tell me you have something for me.
I found the package your contact left on the Citadel.
Very nicely done, my friend. And as I promised, your reward. If you find yourself on Ilium, there should be another package inside Eternity.
Oh, now we can go to Ilium. What's kind of dumb is that the journal updates to go back to Ish and deliver the package. I'm like, wouldn't it have made more sense if we could have gone to like both locations first and then come back here? Because it updates the journal. Updates the journal to just go straight back here. But we're back on the Normandy, so I am going to take this opportunity to see if I can get another round of dialogue.
Shepard, how can I help?
Out of curiosity.
Having trouble working between your interruptions and Edie's insistence that insane experiments endanger entire crew. Hard to concentrate. Affecting morale. Anything else?
So he gives us updates like this, which is cool.
Have you got a minute to
Having
talk?
trouble working anything else?
I'll let you
We'll
work.
be here if you need me.
I like that. Cool. Jacob swerved. Let's have a look.
No messages for you, Commander.
Back to the crew's quarters. It's entirely possible we might be able to get some updates on everyone else, so we'll see.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed.
Okay, that needs some more time.
As you will, Siha.
It's worth at least trying.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Okay. And one more. Actually, I should probably check in with... I want to make sure that I don't miss anything with one in particular. Just make sure if he's got an update. But it might need a little bit more time than just going onto a planet, completing an assignment, and then coming back.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Definitely. Part of me still thinks we're crazy for even considering.
He's still going into it.
But I want to try it with you. I want a few moments that are just for us before we throw ourselves into hell for the good of the galaxy.
Okay, I do... Interesting. So when we were talking to Thane, the top option was I want you, and you need to see your son as the middle one. But then in this one, the middle one is I feel the same way to return the feelings, or we can friend zone him.
I want that too, Garrus.
Glad to hear it. I'll do some, research and figure out how to, you know... Okay, that sounded bad.
Edie, stop listening. I wonder how, I wonder what Garrus's Google search history looks like right now. Human plus Turian equal... what? Question mark? Can a human get pregnant from a Turian? Dangers of interspecies sexual relations? Cute redhead girl make me nervous. How to have sex with. No, I don't need to go back on Omega. What am I doing? Take me back! I wish you could just cancel from this screen. I need to... Oh, good point to pull. Now let me back on. Let me back on. Galaxy map. Let's go check out some anomalies. I think that could be more fun. See, sometimes it gets confusing where exactly these are pointing to on the map when they overlap. I'm excited to do the Shadowbroker DLC because it means we get some more Liara, which is always fun because we just haven't. We just haven't had much Liara. Just have that one meeting, and then the Lair of the Shadowbroker was DLC, which is just like super interesting. Like Liara and Rex have had like more interaction with us that I'm grateful for, but like Kaidan just shows up just to be angry at us. Kaidan just shows up to be angry at us and then leaves. Alright. Let's do an anomaly.
I have found something.
Alliance hotspot detected. Alliance sources request that all ships keep watch for signs of the missing freighter MSV Estevanico, lost 1 year ago in this sector. Any data recovered that sheds light on the Estevanico's fate will be rewarded. Surface scans indicate the presence of a large shipwreck. Signature bears similarities to that of the Alliance merchant freighter MSV Estevanico. Structure integrity is critical. Life support is damaged but capable of sustaining a skeleton crew. Recommend extreme caution. Okay, let's check out our very first anomaly and see what kind of like story content we get out of one of these. I'm very curious. It also looks like it's anomalies are solo missions. Oh god. So there is like a solo mission similar to when we...
Searching the wreckage would provide information about the Estevanico's final hours. Warning. Disturbing the wreck could cause it to become unbalanced and fall over the cliff's edge.
Okay. So it looks like that. Jesus. Oh. We can do these on a solo mission similar to when we were checking out the Normandy. What am I shooting at? These loose tiles? Hold on. Oh, okay, I just made a bridge down below. How do we get down? We go down this way? Oh, across here. Oh, shit. Ah! Oh! Oh! Dude! Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god, the ship just tilting. Oh dear. Looks like we're going down here. I get there. I get. Okay, we're gonna figure this out together. Alright, so there's multiple paths to take in this wreckage. Jesus. This wreckage is huge, by the way. Alright, so we gotta get there. Okay. The vibration in my controller from this ship just tilting is wild. Okay, then we go this way. So, yeah, solo anomalies seem like a pretty cool thing. No squad required, just a good old-fashioned almost die. On your own, just on a hanging ship. You don't think that the Normandy would, like, be able to, like, I don't know, like, fire some, like, cables on the side, like, to be able to, like, pull it up, or even, like, a tractor... I don't know if the Normandy has a tractor beam, probably not. Normandy would probably be a ship that would get taken over by a tractor beam. Oh! Oh my god. Careful! I'm failing to understand why the Normandy wouldn't just drop me off there. Like, there's not like there's a roof. It's not like there's a roof, like, blocking me from landing there. What am I looking at here? Something popped up on the screen. Oh, it's more refined something? Yep. Okay, so we can go... Oh yeah, we're going this way. Careful, Shepard. Going across this way. Yeah, I honestly don't know why we just didn't get dropped off at the... at the glowing red thing. Edie's just trying to get us killed. They're like, we'll just drop you off far away from the beginning here, and if you fall to your death, it's not Edie's fault. Shepard's fault for not being badass enough. Oh god. Well, that's one way of getting there. Jesus. I love how this level is put together. It's great. Does this take me to... Oh my god. Can you... What the hell is going on? Shh. The sounds of this place. Let me just take a look over here. Seeing anything? No, nothing? Cool. Okay, so the anomalies are not really like little story pieces, but it's like a fun little gameplay slash like exploration thing. Get some little bonus objectives going. So we'll check out the other anomaly we found. There's a whole bunch of systems we haven't yet checked out, so I assume there'd probably be a couple more anomalies somewhere. Oh, great. Oh, look! The shuttle was able to drop me off here the whole time, because it can pick me up from here. That's convenient. Oh my god. See ya. One hell of a place to land. Data retrieved. Escaped mission site. Interesting.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
An amazing find from Dr. Richard Talos, curator of the Alliance Museum. Commander Shepard. Oh, hang on. Oops. Commander Shepard, you have our thanks for recovering the data on the MSV Estevanico. The data shows that the ship was attacked and overrun by Bloodpack mercenaries and Vorcha soldiers. According to the dated records, this was the first Alliance crew to encounter the Vorcha. The first Alliance crew to encounter the Vorcha. How frightened they must have been. We're sending salvage crews now to recover whatever they can from the museum. Thank you again for your dedication. Interesting. I'm just going to keep popping in with our boy here. If he's got extra things to say, I'm here for it.
Shepard, need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Definitely, but I want to
Okay.
try it with you. I want a few moments.
I want that.
Glad to.
We're at this same point at the moment until we can proceed. I think what that means is once we get to doing some other stuff, that's a little bit later on, we can pursue that. So I think I've got everyone in a nice little spot, which is nice. Let's see if Mordin gives me another tasty bit of dialogue.
Shepard, how can I
Have
help?
you got a minute to talk?
Actually, wanted to talk. Medical matters. Aware that mission is dangerous. Different species react differently to stress. Sexual activity normal stress release for humans and Turians. Still, recommend caution. Warn of chafing.
How did you find out? What? I'm not doing that.
You have a recommendation as a doctor?
Turians based on dextroamino acids. Human ingestion of tissue could provoke allergic reactions. Anaphylactic shock possible, so don't ingest. Also forwarding advice booklet to your quarters. Valuable diagrams, positions comfortable for both species, erogenous zone overviews. Can supply oils or ointments to reduce discomfort. Gave ED electronic relationship aid demonstration vids to use as necessary.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute, Mordin. You're just yanking me around, aren't you?
Shocking suggestion. Doctor-patient confidentiality, a sacred trust. Would never dream of mockery. Enjoy yourself while possible, Shepard. We'll be here studying cell reproduction. Much simpler, less alcohol and mood music required.
Can you imagine Edie go, like, can you imagine, like, the scenery of just, like, Shepard and Garrus on the bed, and Shepard's, like, going through the Omni tool. She's like, okay, so according to the diagram, this means this. Edie, can you pull up the how to please a Turian video again? I need to watch that. Show me what that means. Oh my god. This is so funny. The payoff there is just so good. It's just so good. All right, take me back to the mass relay, and we'll go check out the other anomaly, and then we'll the Shrike Abyssal, and then we'll go do something else in the assignments list that I want to do that I'll check out. So Zadaban.
I have detected an anomaly.
Get them back to work. The boss will murder us if those weapons are ready. Get them back to work. The boss will murder us.
Scans have found something.
Scans show a crude base established on the planet's surface. Communications match known blood pack mercenary protocols. Numerous life signs matching Vorcha genealogy detected. The base's material resources match our data on weapons manufacturing components. Alright, let's have a look. Oh, we can actually take people with us. So I assume that there's going to be combat. Assume there will be combat involved. Let's go, team. This is quite pretty.
I am detecting a large power source inside the base. It is probable that destroying it would disrupt the entire facility.
Do you guys think Mass Effect would like work well as like, because BioWare have done Star Wars like Knights of the Old Republic, and then they went and did the MMO for the Old Republic, which is still going, and it's popular and people play it. Do you guys think that they would ever go the route of doing like a Mass Effect MMO? Would you want that? Would that be like maybe in like obviously in the same vein of this, but like as like a multiplayer experience? I mean, that could certainly be interesting. Makes me think about it. Otherwise, I guess like another route would be not necessarily like full MMO level stuff, but maybe like either doing the multiplayer route or doing like a games as a service version where it's just like the game is just called Mass Effect, and then you get like story expansions and it's just like one continuous story that keeps going with your character instead. It could be interesting, but I think I like the singular releases that kind of have full encapsulated stories in one. I can see pros to both, but I see if like, you know, if people who are fans of Knights of the Old Republic got to play those games, and then they also got the Old Republic, which is still going. Mass Effect fans could also get something similar. Dragon Age, I guess, as well as another BioWare RPG. That I wonder if people would enjoy like a multiplayer version of that. But at the same time, Dragon Age, this is from someone, like, don't take this too personally, because this is from someone who hasn't actually played Dragon Age. I'm obviously this is from an outsider's perspective of just looking at what it is, I mean, it's a fantasy-based game, and having a fantasy-based MMO is a very common thing, so maybe, you know, it's not so easy to pursue, and a fantasy-based MMO, which is maybe why it doesn't exist, compared to, like, Star Wars MMO, easy. Mass Effect, a Mass Effect MMO, I can see it happening. Dragon Age, everyone would be like, like, it's a fantasy MMO and there's so many of those, but there isn't something like Mass Effect or something like Star Wars in the online space. So they have like perfect little voids that they can fill, you know, because Star Wars Galaxies isn't a thing anymore, so obviously the Old Republic can take its place, and then there's nothing quite like Mass Effect, you know. I guess Destiny, in a sense, can kind of fill in that spot, but I feel like Mass Effect would get more of a love in that area, I think. I just a thought, just a thought that was running through my head. It could actually be like quite cool to like have like an online Mass Effect. I'm very curious about what the new one is going to be, or like what that's going to be like. I haven't seen, all that I've seen is that they've announced a new one, so I don't know anything about it, and I don't want to know anything about it yet. Obviously, once I've completed all the Mass Effect games, then I'll probably look into it a bit more. But let's proceed with the mission. Kalusk. You'll get your resources when they're good and ready. You want to come mine these rocks yourself? Everything will be ready for the attack. If you'd gotten me the additional voucher I asked for, it would have been done by now. Salamule. In a mining operation. Okay, so you all have incendiary ammo now, and then if we switch weapons...
Change weapons! Right.
Then have to do it again. Cool. Alright. We're on the same page. And now it doesn't matter what you guys have, because they will stay as incendiary, correct? Yes, cool. Alright, through field, and you can have concussive blast. Great. I'll do that. Ah, sounds good to me. Kalusk, I'm sending back 2 of the voucher you sent me that you can see what I'm dealing with out here, so that you can see what I'm dealing with out here. I suggest you not arm these morons. These piss-poor shots are more likely to blast the broadside of one of your generators than hit their intended targets. Maybe once you understand what I'm dealing with, you won't be so quick to mock me when I ask for some goddamn assistance. Salamule.
Incoming!
Oh, Jesus.
Can't reach the target.
Hit.
Can't target them.
You are floating in midair, sir. See ya.
Shields down. Can't target.
Oh, shit. I have no health. Like, it was literally on 0. I thought I could charge up there, but apparently not. I was trying to go upstairs.
It's about to explode.
My favorite thing is that. Because we're on a cliff edge. Alright, so I can't get up there.
Can't target them.
On the ground now!
Don't hang out near cliff edges when you don't have armor or shields, because you will get charged right off a cliff. Halusk, some of my voucher have gone missing. I need more if you expect us to get this work done on schedule. I don't care how you get them. Ask Garm for his extras. He has to have some cast-offs that are good enough for mining duty. have a look around the side. Blood Pack Boom Squad. Take that for a Boom Squad. Oh, hello, Kalusk.
Right. Yeah, right on your ass.
I'm stuck. See you.
I'd like to examine this further.
Eh? Where you go? Oh. Okay, there's a glitch here, specifically. I was getting stuck. Yeah. It's a floor glitch. It's like trying to do that battle, being like, I literally cannot move. Are we blowing this shit up? Is that what we're doing? We just fucking up this whole operation, are we? Back away, team.
We need to leave.
This looks interesting.
This looks interesting. Demolish Blood Pack weapons production facility. Cool. Nice! Alright, so the anomalies are pretty cool. And then you get research unlocked, which is also pretty cool. So then there's probably a bunch more around the place. Nice. There's the last heavy weapon ammo upgrade.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Yes, personal matters on mind, actually. Got call from nephew. Promising geneticist himself. Just turned 16, got tenure at university. Following in my footsteps. Had to lie about what I was doing. Think he was suspicious. Doesn't matter. Still good to hear his voice.
Does anyone in your family know about what you really did for the government?
No. No, I'm lying, but won't pry. Solarians curious as a people, but also have social cues. Keep two types of secrets from family. First type, personal or guilt-based, invite suspicion, exploration, puzzle to be solved, reward for curiosity, intelligence, drama. Other secrets, more serious. Dangerous if discovered. Signals discourage curiosity for protection of family.
Why wouldn't everyone give clues that their secrets were too dangerous to be uncovered?
Not conscious. Social, reflexive body language. Can't fake it. Example. Yawning perceived as contagious among humans. Subject observes yawn. Sensory input deactivates left periamygdalar region. Subject yawns in response. Social empathy. Also works with dogs. Solarian faking signals to discourage curiosity, similar to human faking a yawn. Can try, but effectiveness limited.
Curiosity is similar to human faking you on.
Are you calling him because you're worried we won't make it back?
No. Aware survival unlikely, but actually contacted him for family connection. Hard to imagine galaxy. Too many people, faceless, statistics easy to depersonalize. Good when doing unpleasant work. For this fight, want personal connection. Can't anthropomorphize galaxy, but can think of favorite nephew. Fighting for him.
Your nephew got tenure at 16? Is he a genius or a scientific prodigy?
No, wait. Don't want to insult him. Yes, but not in manner you meant. Remember, Solarian lives short. Mature rapidly by your standards. Don't live much past 40.
I'm glad you got to talk to family before we finish this. And I'm glad we talked too, Mordin.
Honored to be part of this, Shepard. Helped preserve Galaxy before with genophage. Dirty work. Ethically ambiguous. Problematic. Collector's mission simpler, cleaner. We'll be proud to see it in Mordin's Solus biography vid. Unless we all die. Proud posthumously, in that case. Regardless. Thank you.
Mordin is definitely one of my favorites. Mordin's definitely one of my favorites. And in regards to his loyalty mission is also one of my favorite ones purely because of the dialogue that's involved. It's one of the most thought-provoking. It's definitely one of the most thought-provoking missions. That's for sure. Heavy on the dialogue and choices and justification on things and struggling to feel like what's the right thing to do and what was the right thing to do, and it's actually, yeah, it's a little bit hard, to be honest. It's a little bit hard to navigate these situations sometimes. So we definitely have to just take it as it comes when we go through those types of missions. Looks like we've got a follow-up, maybe to that anomaly that we've just done, which is to disable the blood pack relay. So we'll actually go through this as well. And this is a system I haven't checked out yet. I love how big this game is. Like, this is a huge game. And no complaints. Like, no complaints whatsoever. I love this game. And that's why I'm like, when I'm playing it, I'm going, I don't want it to end. I'm actually like kind of glad that it's like so much longer than the first game. Because I'm just enjoying myself going through each and every mission. There we go, there's our anomaly detected.
We're just waiting on coordinates at this point.
Something on our sensors.
Preliminary scans indicate a high-powered communications relay on the planet. Communications match known blood pack mercenary protocols. Concentration of Krogan and Vorcha signals are massed inside what appears to be a mining operation. Life signs detected. Unknown species. Advise caution. Interesting. Let's take a look, shall we? Ooh. What's that?
The fog on the planet's surface is interfering with your navigation. The nearby beacon towers may serve as a navigational contingency.
I guess if you have warp ammo, and we change that. Well, let me do... This is going to be interesting when you give them squad ammo powers, but then they also have their own, so you have to do... Like... I have to do mine first. Then again, I could give, like, incendiary ammo to one of their weapons, and then have Jack use her...
Got it. Switch up.
Other weapon. Didn't apply to your weapons. Let me do that. There we go. And then Jack, use warp ammo. So she changes it. Then the shotgun. You then do that. I feel like this could be much better implemented. Like the whole ammo changes. Like maybe... Like, because with Mass Effect 1, you could customize it and actually choose the rounds in your weapon. So it would be nice if there was like a middle ground there. How, like, maybe like you could like set it like before a mission, or like when you're in like that choosing a squad screen, you can like set up the ammo types, or whether with like Shepard, like you're like aiming the gun with the left trigger and then you just press like
gotcha. Right behind you.
When you're aiming, there's like a special button you could press to just change ammo on the fly. I don't know. It's an interesting system, and it's fine. But especially when you're trying to be like, oh, I need to do squad-based,
Switch up! Switch up!
I need to do squad-based ammo abilities. But then need to make sure that each character has like a specific one, so you just like spend quite a little bit of time at the beginning of a mission just fiddling around. The atmosphere on this planet is very interesting.
What happened here?
Attentional workers, stop chipping away at this node. There's nothing left here to mine. Move on to the other sites now.
Toxic atmosphere. Stings a bit.
Ah, beacon's helping us go through. Oh, this is so cool! Clickson. This is great. We gotta go that way, but so we'll check here first. Ooh! Hello. So that's the thing from the Rite of Passage when we're on Tuchanka, right? That species. And it was dropping off these Clixon in when we're going up against when we were going up against them before. So we have seen them before. The music in this is awesome.
Trouble incoming.
Weapons.
God, they're strong.
Gotcha. Right behind you.
Right.
Got you. Shit. Need healing.
I might give... Yeah, Shockwave is yours, Concussive Blast is yours, that's fine. Yeah, these guys are very powerful. I don't think shotguns are a good idea.
Got it.
Gotcha.
Because then they just blow up in our face. Oh! What are you doing so far ahead? I thought you were a Krogan enemy. Jesus. Goddamn Grunt. Make yourself known. He went far up. He went too far up ahead. I was like, oh, there's a blood pack Krogan coming at me. Friendly fire! Accidentally kill zone teammate.
Looks like we just missed a good fight.
Attentional workers, fall back now. Evacuation shuttles are on the way. Anyone not at the gathering site when the shuttles arrive, be left here with those damn bugs. Shepard, stop. What triggers this stupid bug? There's already too many bugs on this planet, Shepard. I don't need you doing the thing where you... How do I... There's got to be some button that I could press to, like, snap her out of it, and it's not... It's not sprinting. Can I take cover anywhere? There we go. She eventually just snaps out of it. We can go back to walking around normally. It's interesting how we went most of the game so far without that happening, and then it's just been happening, like, more and more. Some of the most notable music so far some of the most notable music so far has been in this random anomaly mission. Like, it's actually really cool music.
I'll put them down.
Salamule. I can't get any more Vorcha from Omega. Garm has his own problems. If you're going to have to man up, and deal with this one on your own. Maybe build a beacon path. I bet those damn Vorcha are just wandering off into the fog and getting lost. Okay, we go around up here. I love these types of missions, they're so cool. Just when they hit you with those really cool, like, unique planet location and cool atmosphere. We're gonna take on this fucking giant insect thing at the end.
Up front! Right.
I'll kill you all!
I am Grogan!
Oh, the rage. The rage, Grunt. Love it. Salamule, where are the resources? Are you mining out there or standing around waiting for those Vorcha to get smarter? Our guy on Ilium can't keep the lights off forever. You keep stalling and we'll have to hell of a fight on the way in, and that would make me really angry. Oh, this might actually end up being the way to go. Oh, hang on. I think we've skipped a path. Hold on. Head back here. Go this way. Couple of survivors. Okay. Now we can go this way. I wonder if that beacon would have worked if I skipped over one. We're hearing fighting off in the distance. Ooh! The evacuation. Salamule.
Nothing can stop me!
Weakling! Impact shot! Got the target!
How does it feel to be the last one standing? So now we've dealt with both of those Krogan on each planet. What happened with the ship that just left? It left him behind. Encountered unclassified hostile alien species. Eliminated blood pack forces. Well, there you go. We got that out of the way. Interesting.
For you, Commander.
Well, let me see if we can talk to some people again. Now that we've come back from that mission.
Commander.
I'm more interested.
I'm good, Shepard. Ready for anything. We live, we'll get loud, and spill some drinks on the Citadel.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
I'm good, Shepard. We're friends.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Not now. Working on collector data. Have ruled out artificially intelligent virus. Unless it's very intelligent and toying with me. Tests. Anything else?
No, we're good.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
Check in with a couple more people while we're here. I think Garrus is going to be stuck in that same section of, yes, I'm figuring everything out.
Do you need
Have
some?
a few minutes to talk?
Of course, Shepard. Join me.
I've been thinking about you.
And I, you. Will you hear my confession, Shepard?
No! No! We are friends, Thane, I'm sorry.
I wouldn't talk to you if I didn't want to hear what you have to say.
When I married Erica, the Hanar let me leave their service to raise a family, but I had no other skills, so I freelanced. When Erica was killed, I pursued those responsible. Once I'd eliminated them, I had no goal. I accepted the Dantius commission because I didn't know what else to do.
Not the healthiest attitude to take on a mission.
You're right, it's not. Looking back now, it's clear I'd resigned myself to death. I would have fulfilled my contract. If Nasana's guards caught me afterwards, it would have been a good death. But someone else was pushing to reach the target, forcing me to move faster, challenging me. I had to reach her first.
I had no idea you planned to die in there.
It wasn't a plan. My body had accepted its death. My mind had been dead a long time. Your mission gave me purpose, a cause to die for, a chance to atone. I was able to speak to my son again. I can leave my body in peace.
Wow.
You've had a hard life. You deserve some peace.
Whatever may happen, my gun is yours.
Oh.
Do you need later? I'd like to.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
Good follow-up. We're making up for all of the ones that we all of the times that we didn't follow up with characters and getting all of their all of their additional dialogue. We're gonna have to do the same for Tali and Samara. When we complete those missions, I'll probably go to some places, go off and do some stuff, and then come back to the Normandy, and we can do rounds of getting their different loyalty follow-ups.
Need me for something?
Have you got a minute?
Definitely, but I want to
Okay,
try.
yeah, he's still in the same thing.
Moments that are...
He's still in the same thing. That's fine. So he's stuck there until we can proceed. We're gonna have a look at Miranda and see if she goes. There's a lot to do, Shepard. I don't want to talk to you anymore.
Commander, what can
Do you
I
have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard.
Yeah.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Miranda's done. Garrus is flustered. But the other ones are giving us some dialogue. I'll go back downstairs and see if we can get more follow-ups with other people. Tali. Can't do anything with Tali yet because I forget that we need to do a loyalty mission. So Grunt it is, and then Jack downstairs. You got anything else for me, buddy?
Shepard,
Just checking in. How are you doing?
I'm branching out. Got a list of enemies now. They all give me joy when I picture cutting them, crushing them. There's this one imprint, a Solarian with the... what are they? The things on his head pulled apart? Bet it caused a generation of revenge. What is that, a few weeks for them? So what did you want?
You know, I kind of thought connecting with your past would bring stability.
See, now we're having fun. Me remembering good deaths, and you with your funny human thing you're doing. My job is to hurt things. Direction, control, that's your job, Battlemaster. You're why I'm a soldier, not dead or crazed like an animal. Thank you, Shepard. You gave me purpose. Now let's find something big to kill.
We inspire him. We inspire him. Jack, what you got for me?
Hey.
What's happening?
You got a lot of questions, don't you?
Alright, I'm gonna tackle her and see if we can do the bottom option.
If I want to talk to you, I will.
Been thinking. We've seen a lot of shit together now, and you're always coming to talk to me. It's just, I'm not really a girls' club kind of person. I like you, alright? That's a good place to stop.
Okay. Follow up.
Shepard, we talked enough. You're just pissing around. No hard feelings, but I don't want to play.
What's happening?
Shepard, we talked enough.
I should go.
Whatever.
Alright. Interesting. She's going like, look, Shepard, I can't go further with you because the developers didn't allow me. That was cut out of the game. I'm sorry. I can't do that. So now I need to be an asshole. And it's fine. And it's fine. We'll see if another mission's popped up on the galaxy map now that we've done this one, because they were talking about Ilium, but Ilium just still says take cab to Liara's, so I don't think there's a new mission follow-up from this blood pack thing. Let's have a look. Yeah, no. Cool. Well, the Omega Nebula looks like we've got a couple of things that we can do there, because we can recapture the freighter. We can also save a crashing ship in the Pylos Nebula. And then we've got Samara and Tali. Both of these missions I'm like looking forward to the most, but I'm also trying to make sure I don't forget about these side missions. I've done a couple of side missions now, so we might jump into the loyalty mission. We'll finally jump into Tali's, I think, and then we'll do Samara's last. Now I touched on. Oh, look at this! Whoa! Look at this! That's cool. We've touched on this before, and I will confirm it again. I wanted to maintain my course for my blind playthrough and do what I wanted to do, which is what I always intend to do. And I admitted by pinning a comment in episode 13 that I allowed myself to get led astray, and I already regretted that enough to bring it up and mention it in a comment before I proceeded. It's like I was gonna do Tali's mission much earlier. And then I decided to delay it, and I was initially going to do it after a particular point, and I already decided around that point. I was like, nah, I changed my mind. I want to do what I was intending to do for my first playthrough and do Tali's now, and then whatever the hell this other option or version to do is, I can look that up as like a bonus thing, and we can check out the what if scenarios, and see the different results. But for my playthrough, I want to commit to my original decision. So we're going to the Migrant fleet to help Tali before doing the IFF mission. Oh my god. A fleet of 50,000 craft holding over 17 million Quarians. The Migrant fleet is the largest array of spacefaring vessels in the known galaxy. Though Quarians on pilgrimage have visited most settled worlds in the galaxy, few outsiders have ever stepped foot inside the Quarian ships. I'm so excited for this. Like, this is like the hype that we had from the end of episode 12 when we were talking to Tali still remains. I'm so excited to do this. Let's land. All right, Tali's coming with us. Now, choice time. Obviously, we don't have this last companion. Just who would be appropriate? You know, we're going to the Migrant fleet. This is like huge. It makes me think like it could actually be interesting to bring Samara being a Justicar, but then her own sort of ideals. Oh, well, she did communicate that she's like, I'll do whatever you want, Shepard, but I will voice my opinions if I disagree. Mordin could find it very interesting. I could bring my boyfriend along. Who do I'm most interested in these four, right? Most interested in these four. Miranda and Jacob do not deserve to visit the Migrant fleet. Grunt will not appreciate it. He's probably got an imprint somewhere in his brain of murdering Quarians. Thane would actually be a very interesting choice. Jack wouldn't care. Kasumi would look for things to steal. What kind of an opportunity is coming onto the Migrant fleet? Should take a souvenir. And Zaeed doesn't care, just like Jack. I don't think it would serve him whatsoever. But these four and Thane, I think, would be the ones who would kind of appreciate this opportunity the most. Sometimes it's easy to bring people along, and then there's other times where it's like big story moments. You're like, who deserves to be here? I think Tali needs a friend. I think Tali needs friends in these moments, right? Tali needs friends in these moments. Shepard and Garrus, part of the original ME1 crew. She needs backup. That's how we're gonna play this. I'll save those 3 squad points for energy drain. Sounds good to me. Let's go to the Migrant fleet for the first time.
This is Talizora Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Talizora.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
Dude, this is huge.
Captain Shepard, Talizora told me a lot about you. I wish we could be meeting under more pleasant circumstances.
Ooh, we have the option to correct them. Commander, not Captain.
I've never actually reached the rank of captain. Technically, I'm no longer in the Alliance military at all.
You're the commander of the Normandy, responsible for the lives aborted. That entitles you to respect among our people. May you stand between your crew and harm as you lead them through the empty quarters of the stars.
Keep us alive. It's an old ship captain's blessing, Shepard.
I love Quarians. They're so cool.
Tali helped the Normandy's crew out of many difficult situations. I'm here to return the favor.
I understand. As the commander of the vessel she serves on, your voice carries weight. I wish I could do more to help, Tali. The trial requires that I be officially neutral, but I'm here if you need to talk. They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
That's insane. What? The hell happened here?
You sent Geth materials back to the Migrant fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Tali Zora under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Dude, this is gonna be so wild. Alright, Codex entry, baby. Let's make a save. Let's jump into the Codex. Quarian live ships. Few wide open spaces in Quarian spacecrafts. Live ships are the exception. Each ship is a massive hydroponics facility growing thousands of tons of genetically modified staple crops under artificial light and in highly enriched soil. The surface of a live ship is studded with docking bays, so as many shuttles as possible can distribute the foods throughout the flotilla on a daily basis. When received, the crops are sterilized with radiation, ground up into nutritious pastes, and pumped into Quarian suits through feeding tubes. In return, waste products that could be used as fertilizer or compost are returned to the live ships through an efficient, if odorous, recycling program. Live ships do not hold animals. The Quarians consume a vegan diet, driven by not by ethics, but by practicality. Captive animals require living space and consume large amounts of water and plant matter. The Quarians cannot afford such an inefficient resource-to-calorie ratio, to say nothing of a live animal's disease or allergen potential. As a result, when the flotilla arrives in a star system where life is based on the same dextro amino acids that the Quarians consume, pastes based on animal proteins fetch highly inflated prices, and the vendors are typically mobbed by Quarians wanting a new taste sensation. The sickness that often follows these binges is treated much the same way as hangovers are in human culture, painful but part of the overall experience of excess. That's such an interesting detail. That's so interesting. Have you got anything in the primary section? No. As if we don't have a primary codex entry for the flotilla or the migrant fleet. That's wild. Alright.
You should speak with Admiral Ran. She's waiting for you up ahead.
I can't believe they're charging Tali Zora with such a thing.
Bringing active Geth parts on board.
Arizona can't even get a Quarian captain to stand for her. She's as good as convicted. Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Tali Zora is guilty.
Dude, this is gonna be rough.
Tali Zora vas Normandy. I am glad you came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron! Shepherd vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shalaran vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me vas Normandy.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
Ah, so that's what the last name is. It's the ship that they reside on. That's cool.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
I imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali Zora vas Nima. Whatever we must call you legally.
Jesus.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law. And remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
I'm your lawyer, Tali.
You would actually speak for my defense.
This is a terrible idea. I'm not a lawyer. I'm Lawyer Shepard, and Tali is innocent. Let's do it. We'll do it with honor. Let's
I'll do
go.
everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
We'll see about that.
Legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about. Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now come. I promised that I would not delay you. This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive. The accused Tali Zora Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Objection! A human has no business at a hearing.
Objection!
On sensitive military matters.
Then you should not have declared Tali crew of the Normandy, Admiral Chorus. By
Huh?
right as Tali's captain, Shepard must stay.
True, buddy.
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali Zora stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Well, Max Paragon, baby, let's go.
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali Zora Vas Nima, a proud member of the Migrant fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zalcoris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Tali Zora in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the Migrant fleet. What say you?
I mean, goddamn, it would be nice. It would be nice if Tali and I could have like sat in a room and had like a lawyer to client chat first, so Tali could actually tell me what the hell's going on.
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active Geth to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarai. Your father included.
What? Oh, Keela.
What the fuck? The voice of the Admiral at the top is very familiar.
I appreciate the need for this trial, Admirals. But right now, our first concern must be the safety of the Migrant fleet. The Normandy stands ready to assist in whatever capacity necessary.
Thank you. Quarian strike teams have attempted to retake the ship, so far without success.
Who is this person's
we
voice?
have to take back the Alarai.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarai from the Geth? This proposal is extremely dangerous.
Oh yeah, let's clear her name by doing it.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
We can discuss that later.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarai. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. A shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I wonder whose voice that is. Recognizable.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarai, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason. And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarai, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the Conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarai have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the Admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Cal Rieger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
Oh, man. We could have lost Vitor and Cal Rieger previously, because we could have had, like, Cerberus. We had the option right in the beginning to have Cerberus take Vitor instead of being returned to the Migrant fleet. And Cal Rieger, we demanded that he stay down, otherwise he would have sacrificed his life in that battle for us to get to Tali, and they'd both be missing from this trial to not speak up for her.
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I...
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Good. Thank you.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't. But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
Alright, then we'll talk to Cal Rieger. So they'd be missing. So I think it's Admiral Zen.
Cal Rieger.
Shepard, Tali Zora. Good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, I stayed to argue the charges against Tali Zora. I've served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Garrus are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarai. I hope you can handle it.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom? Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. They can screw up a star. Our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately. It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
Yeah, hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Interesting.
Have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops, Tali. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarai. Stay safe out there.
Cool that we got to talk to them.
Out of control. This is on their heads.
Okay, so Sharlaran was the one up top, actually. And we'll talk to Admiral Zen.
Shala, you told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarai. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarai soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
What can you tell us about the Alarai?
Not much, I'm afraid. Real Zora only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarai sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Real was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was sick for a week, but it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
This is so interesting.
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I'm not hearing much about Rail's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Anshala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
If you say so. Real was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family. He wanted to give Tali and her mother the home world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
Oh.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, You admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the homeworld.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
I am not, Tali, but others are.
I know the Migrant fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake.
It's true.
I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
You can just imagine how long they've been out just in space because of the events, that they would be like, we want a planet.
Good luck on the Alarai.
We want a world.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Rahn got you leave to hit the Alarai. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. You got Admiral Corris backing up worse than a Krogan toilet. I'm glad to see Tali's captain knows how to handle a courtroom.
I'm just here to help Tali, Admiral.
I'm glad someone is.
You believe I'm innocent, don't you, Admiral?
I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rail was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali. But if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarai. That's where we stand.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen.
Yeah, there we go.
She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rail's research. Admiral Corris is the same whining suit wetter he always was.
Whining suit wetter.
You disagree with Admiral Corris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
The man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees. Crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rail and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rail looked at me and said, "We're underage. They can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots. They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rail for you.
Interesting.
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
You noticed that, did you? Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
I hope the Quarian people find someplace to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
And let's talk to the one that doesn't like us at all.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vasnima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zalcorus Vasquibquib. Do not ask about the name.
Quib quib.
Gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Can you tell me anything about the LRI?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarai, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
Well, we don't know if it's Tali's Geth parts that are responsible, though.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures. And have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Defrons or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib. And I will not flee because of petty insults.
Quib.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created, the people we wronged.
The Geth drove us from our homeworld.
Of course they did. We tried to kill them.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings. The other admirals are pushing for war. Rael Zora was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We have all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali Zora. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali Zora. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Interesting. And finally, talk to Admiral Zen.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more.
Tali Zora, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarai. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
Pleasure to meet you, Commander Shepard. We owe you a debt of gratitude for your actions against the Geth.
And this is Chloe from Uncharted. So I recognize this voice immediately, Admiral Zen, because when I heard that, I was like, oh, this is familiar. So that's Chloe from Uncharted. And the other one, I still can't place where I've heard that before.
Tali was with me. Saren and the Geth would have destroyed us all without her help.
Your political machinations are transparent, Commander. They are also unnecessary. If you and your father were actually experimenting on active Geth subjects, then you are simply idiots. No reason to waste resources on a trial. If not, then this was a tragic accident in the pursuit of a higher cause. Again, no trial is needed to determine that.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarai?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
Well, I mean, once they start making each other, then off they go, right? But I do feel like there must be another reason. Like maybe I don't know. Well, obviously we'll find out answers, but I don't think Tali would have sent a dormant piece.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Garrus sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zalcorus would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shalaran is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarai, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shalaran is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toy explains a great deal, Admiral.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine. It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
Interesting.
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship, Gerrus, and the cowardly Zalcorus be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Tali Zora is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali Zora. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
You're insane.
Wow.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Interesting. Okay, so we've spoken to the group.
Shepard spoke well to the Admirals.
Spoken to this group. We now need to go onto this ship to look for Tali's father, do a bit of combat, and then I guess after that we will get cleared for the trial. But with this episode coming to this point, guys, I'm going to leave this one here. We'll bring this episode to a close, and we will resume Tali's loyalty mission next episode, where we go on board, do some combat, come back, and then get that one sorted out. So I think what we'll be looking at is getting onto the Alarai, and then maybe even pursue Lair of the Shadowbroker next time, as well as doing these assignments, these three here, and then doing Samara's loyalty mission. So we're getting ever closer to proceeding to the next main mission with the IFF, but we're making sure we clear everything out first. So guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Mass Effect 2. Lots of important dialogue stuff, and then clearing out some of those assignments. It's also been really good to touch base with our characters on the Normandy and get those further updates from them and what they have to talk to us about, which has been really great. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.